Good morning. Today is day one of a heat wave that takes hold of the Ozarks through the rest of the week. A heat warning is in effect with the middle 90s feeling like 108 to the north in the pink. We'll have some low to middle 90s feel like 106 in the orange. That's a heat advisory. Either way, it's going to be pretty hot out there today, again, through the rest of the week. 73 degrees right now in Branson. It's 74 in Springfield, and that humidity is already kicking. It's that oppressive humidity that's going to have it feeling much hotter. So at the pool today, we're already in the lower 90s, lots of sunshine, a very high UV index, and a couple of storms possible, mainly to the east, where you see this green marginal risk. We could pop a few storms, maybe with some quarter-size hail, 60-mile-per-hour winds, or heavy rain. So you can see Futurecast pops these storms here to the east. Temperatures still warm. They subside by sunset, and then we stay very warm in the 70s overnight tonight. Temperatures in the 90s tomorrow at mostly sunny skies. That feels like will be over 100 today and tomorrow. Again, ranging from 100 to 108 with the hottest heat index values up to the north and west, and they stay that hot through Saturday, so multiple days of dangerous heat and humidity. Take precaution to stay cool and hydrated. Joe, Lauren.
With the 50th anniversary of Apollo 11 passing, we found somewhere close to home where you can relive that experience. It's Quest Ledge, and offering the experience to go to the moon with the ability to both watch the mission and ability to steer the ship. The actual Apollo 11 mission in virtual reality is put down into about 45 minutes. Owner Debbie Moore said she wanted to offer a historical experience to people rather than just a virtual reality game.
The only time it was ever viewed was on a television set 50 years ago. And so people have done movies about it where you can sit and watch it again on your television, but to actually be able to be in the ship and go is a completely different experience. And so we just wanted to bring that to everybody and let them try something that they haven't ever tried and may not ever try in their entire life.
Color 10's Madison Heaver did a podcast where she spoke with a local physics professor and about how the moon landing changed his life and where the future of spaceflight is going. Find that over when you search Color 10 News on your podcast app.
How cool that she got to do that. The popular musical group The Duttons returned to the stage this week for the first time since their tour bus crashed in Columbus, Ohio earlier this month.
I was just unable to negotiate that very hairpin U-turned exit curve.
Dean Dutton was driving the family's tour bus on I-70 in Ohio when it flipped over on its side. In spite of the terrifying circumstances, there were only minor injuries.
When everyone fell, everyone either cushioned somebody else or they just fell in such a way that nobody got hurt, seriously.
That all 23 of us came out of that accident without real serious injuries it's a miracle.
The Duttons say they're also very grateful for the outpouring of love they've received when getting back to Branson.
Put crime into focus now for you. Truck drivers convicted of human trafficking are now permanently banned from operating commercial vehicles. In a new press release from the U.S. Department of Transportation, it says deterring human trafficking in commercial transportation is a part of the Trump administration's commitment to fighting human trafficking.
It's also your right to know that last year's criminal case involving former Governor Eric Greitens continues. This time, the case comes under scrutiny of a second special prosecutor to investigate allegations made by a St. Louis prosecutor. Circuit Judge Rex Burleson appointed retired Boone County Judge Michael Bradley to investigate allegations made by St. Louis attorney Kim Gardner. She says Greitens' attorneys threatened to, quote, ruin her last year if she didn't back off the investigation. One of Greitens' attorneys claims her allegations are, quote, completely false.
A man has been arrested in connection to a shooting in Douglas County. The victim actually reached out to the sheriff's office, and after a search, they found the suspect in Webster County. He's also being connected to an assault incident in Ava. Right now, the suspect is in the Douglas County jail awaiting official charges. More local news now for you with another heat advisory here the rest of the week. The Springfield-Greene County Park Board is changing its pool schedules and opening cooling centers. So for the rest of the week, various pools will be open until 8 o'clock. Family centers and the Jordan Valley Ice Park are opening lobbies to be cooling centers that will have seating, air conditioning, and restroom access for you.
And the heat wave relief is on the way for some who are in need in a different way as well. The Salvation Army of Springfield has teamed up with Westlake Ace Hardware last month for a fan drive. They were able to raise enough money to purchase 73 new box fans. So those fans will now be given out to eligible residents. You can contact the Salvation Army for eligibility requirements if you would like to receive a fan. A new U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement office will be coming to Springfield. According to the news leader, the 12,000-square-foot building on West Junction Street will house offices for agents, space for processing undocumented immigrants in deportation proceedings, and special agents with Homeland Security investigations. An ICE spokesman says the new office will eventually replace the current facility in Stratford.
All right, good opportunity for 1st through 6th graders to get some hands-on experience here. The Springfield Greene County Library District will be hosting a maker camp at the library station on North Kansas Expressway starting at 2 o'clock. Kids going will be able to take part in surprise projects and challenges. It's always good. A parent or legal guardian signed waiver is required for some of these projects, though. We move around the region now. Northwest Arkansas could be just weeks away from having not one but 2 medical marijuana dispensaries. The Relief Center in Bentonville requested a final inspection of its facility by the Medical Marijuana Commission. Once Relief gets the green light, owner Matt Shanksy says they'll start to move product in. It's been about 3 years in the making for them, so they're ready.
There's been people that have been waiting their whole lives to see this day come, so I view this as a very monumental, historical day or an event for not only Bentonville and, you know, this place, but obviously for the state of Arkansas.
The Arkansas Medicinal Source Patient Center has also requested a final inspection. That should happen July 29th, and the patient center will likely be the same week.
The University of Arkansas received an award of nearly $5 million to help pave the path for future cybersecurity professionals. A 5-year, $4.63 million award from the National Science Foundation will allow the university to provide the knowledge and tools necessary to protect network and computer systems through cybersecurity, transportation security, and critical infrastructure security as well. The program will focus on attracting students from underrepresented populations and will partner with Northwest Arkansas Community College to help students pursue bachelor's and advanced degrees.
The Fayetteville City Council has passed an ordinance to regulate electric scooters with amendments. A new Arkansas law requires cities to allow the scooters later this month. It will allow for up to 500 e-scooters in the city during the first 6 months of the program. They're only allowed to go 15 miles per hour. The ordinance also clarifies where you can and can't ride those scooters.
Governor Mike Parson has announced that Bayer will be moving 500 jobs to the St. Louis area. The German pharmaceutical and life science company is closing down its crop science division headquarters in North Carolina and moving to the St. Louis suburb of Creve Coeur. The company will get more than $44 million from the state if it meets job and investment promises. The company has pledged to spend $164 million in capital investments and keep 4,400 jobs in the state.
Earlier this year, the Department of Agriculture announced the transfer of 2 research agencies to Kansas City. The KC Star now reports that only about 40% of the agency's current employees will make that move. They have until the end of September to make a final decision if they will move that. Taking a look at some trends happening right now. Actually, some interesting video of a small Cessna plane that had to make an emergency landing actually in the ocean right here. This is in Ocean City, Maryland. Happened yesterday evening. Pilot was about a mile offshore and he said he began having engine trouble, so he deemed that the best option was to glide the plane into the ocean. Witnesses say he got out and actually swam to shore. No injuries at all either from this.
That's amazing.
Yeah, Maryland State Police still investigating that right now.
Okay, so we'll be looking for an update on that today. Another top trend is kind of a silly one, but everyone is doing it. It's the reemergence of the Face app. So we did it. Yeah, everyone, including Daybreak. So this is us in 60 years with the Face app.
Does it actually say, like, it's a 60-year progression?
It's 60 years, and I think I look like a Walmart greeter, right? That might be it.
I am so shocked
those people are really friendly.
They're friendly. They're nice. It's a good job to have. I'm looking forward to that.
But I still can't believe you're the only one that has gray hair.
Well,
Of all of us,
Yeah.
I
Hair
think
color, I
I'm going
guess.
to be
You
more
ladies
gray
look,
there.
look young, yeah. I'm getting that silver fox look going.
so you'll be
Apparently
lucky
we're
if we're still hanging out with you then.
We're stressing you out too much is what that means.
Or that,
Yeah, that's true too. Appreciate it. Thanks for acknowledging.
Weather is another top trend, so we need to take one more check of that before you head out the door.
Yeah, heat really not just for us, but across much of the country this week. Isolated storms possible today, 93, feels like 102. Heat warnings and advisories go through Saturday.
All right, thanks for starting off your Wednesday with us as we take a live look at that sunshine down in Branson. You can see your news and weather anytime on ozarksfirst.com.